She want a man.
And then there was also like some weird uncles on there, like, yeah.
I would imagine.
Tenderoni.
I would imagine. They never miss a beat.
Okay.
They never miss
Tonks.
a beat.
Thanks, but no thanks.
They don't ever miss a beat.
Of course not.
Can you imagine getting shot on the way to a meeting?
He probably didn't want to go to that meeting. So. For all we know, he probably said, thank you for putting me on my
I'm sorry. That shit took. He said he probably didn't want to go. Yo. Yeah. Oh, you're
ready. I was born ready.
You know Tiana.
Episode, what number?
153.
153.
Yeah.
A.D.D podcast.
Well, hello, you.
Olia,
Good evening.
it's parang season.
All right.
It's time to
I want
party.
a piece of fork. I want
Maybe,
a piece of fork.
Maybe I'll play some in class right before Christmas break. Because a lot of kids are
into parang. Yeah, a lot of them are into scratcher.
I be playing Barris, and they be singing. They be having a time of like, yeah, that's right.
All right.
Do you work?
All right. So
It's still fuck them kids.
we listen, we don't judge. Holiday edition. You guys are ready?
Yes.
Still have a little bit of dressing or stuffing in my fridge that I'm probably going to eat tonight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I still got mad food.
We listen and we
Everybody
don't
done
judge.
cooked, you feel me? Came over, left mad stuff.
I figured tonight would be the last night. I figured I do
Nah, I
a
could
week.
go next week.
I do a week.
You're bugging.
I do a
If
week.
I wanted to, I'd probably, you feel me, give it away.
It's too much. My mother's rule is after 8 days, you gotta stop eating.
A week is 7.
I know. I'm just saying. He said next week, and I said
Oh,
nah.
you said he's bugging. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
Next
Nah.
week, I mean, like, probably Tuesday.
I just feel like after a certain number of days, kind of like meal prepping. I don't want to eat this anymore, so I just be like, all right, bro.
Meal prepping. Don't you got to eat the same thing every day?
That's what I'm saying.
Yo.
But like eating the same thing back to back, I'm like, yeah, I don't want this
Shout
anymore.
out to this Chinese buffet I used to eat every day at work. For some reason or another, they dumplings was slapping. And now I got a fucking 9-month pregnant belly. Because of them.
Congratulations.
Girl, fuck you.
Is it a boy or a girl?
I hate you. How was y'all holidays?
It was fantastic.
Well, Thanksgiving. We didn't complete the holiday season yet.
Holiday season. Nah, it was good.
Yeah.
The whole family flew to Florida. You know, every Haitian has a family member in Florida, if not a few. So
A lot.
yeah, so I feel like it was the first time all of us have been together, because I have an aunt who lives there and she don't really leave, for real. So we just all went to her. So like
Florida.
Fort Lauderdale, Brad County.
Okay. Oh yeah, big Haitian, big Zo.
So then, yeah, it was mad of us, all the cousins, the siblings, my aunts, and even some of my other cousins who also live in Florida. It was a good black time.
Broward County, were you there in time to see Dirk get extradited?
No, that happened before I went.
Okay, I got you. So what you call it? Did you take the now viral bikini picture in Broward County?
What's your problem? Yes, I did shake it. And the caption was, "Happy It's Giving."
That's actually kind of fire.
Right? Okay. Shit.
I
It was.
saw,
Points right there.
Thank you,
I
thank
see
you.
what you did there. I saw
Thank you,
exactly what you
thank
did there.
It was
That's why it went viral.
Yeah,
You know?
it was the caption. all
Niggas
the
is
time.
clever.
It was the caption.
Heard you.
It's never the titties and ass. It's always the caption.
my booty's not even in it. There's no booty in there.
The bikini pictures go viral.
It's a little under boob. You know, nothing
Said a
too
tad
crazy.
bit under boob.
I ain't get no tan. Like I went up like maybe half a shade, but then by the time I took a shower, nigga, it was gone.
That happened. That's exactly what happened
It
to me in
was clipped.
Jamaica. I
It's
didn't get
over.
no fucking tan or nothing like that. No tan.
As soon as my
I wanna
pinky
give-
toe touched JFK, son, I was miserable. And it was brick ass. I was like, oh my
Facts.
God.
Same here. I want to give a shout out to the owner of the studio, Mars, he said that don't nobody listen to thing Not Like Us. He's a liar. In Jamaica, they was definitely playing Not Like Us on the radio. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, so it was out in Jamaica too. So yeah, shout out to Kendrick, huge year for a fact. But this was my first holiday. Thanksgiving. I can say, like, I enjoyed with the fam, like, and it happened like so organically. I don't think we was planning anything. My
Everybody
mom
just kind of came
Yeah,
together.
just came together. My mom just
One
up and
getter.
decided to cook. My nephew and my sister came, and we all had a time. We found out that Don Julio does go with sorrow. So
Ooh.
you know, a life hack right there.
I think I need that.
Alright.
That's a life hack right there. If y'all do want to try that, what you call it? Yo, it was a dope time, man, and it felt like you've been to my old house, like when I lived in the style, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was really reminiscent of that. It felt good. It felt warm. You know, all we was missing was the Nat King Cole Christmas song. You understand what I'm saying? That always makes me feel warm inside. I don't know, like
That's like the
what Christmas
opening
be.
credits of a Black Christmas movie.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it would be Don. You have this Christmas is always the opening credit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. That's what Christmas really is to me. It's never the gift giving or anything like that. It's the warm feeling I get
Nigga,
inside.
it be the food.
The food is definitely a part of it, but just being around family, like laughing and telling jokes and reminiscing on my grandmother and stuff like that, those are always like that's what, you understand what I'm saying? That's what makes the holidays to me. So
Yeah.
I can say I thoroughly enjoyed, and the Cowboys won. Shout out to us. You understand what I'm
Nigga said shout out to us. You're not on the team, nigga.
First home game, man.
Yeah.
First home team win against the Giants. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to us. Only took us about 6 games, but you know, hey, don't matter. You know
but
what I'm
it's
saying?
cool, baby.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not traumatized by the season at all. Breece, how did you spend your Thanksgiving?
It was calm. I mean, for me, I was with families. Nothing crazy. I had childhood friends. They swung by just because they got family in the area. So, you know, they hit me up. He's like, yo, like, you still in Queens? So I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to pull up right here. So, you know, the whole family put up. So it was good seeing them. You know, I grew up with these kids. So, yeah, seeing everybody all grown up now and whatnot. Everybody living their life.
Oh, proud,
Back a lot of
man.
memories. Yeah, I was, shit. My sister had, like, the scrapbook, like, our old pictures and stuff. She showed me our old pictures and, like, yeah, it was, like, good memories right there.
Feels good, man.
Feels good.
I did. Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get that? I mean, because you're not necessarily home, but
Yeah, but
did
like
you get the
everybody.
homie vibe when you.
Yeah,
when you
because
got out to
everybody
work?
was in the same space, especially like my cousin Stephanie. She lives in Florida. She used to, like, before they moved, she used to be with us all of the time. Like, she's an only child, but she wasn't an only child because she was always with her cousins. So she was always with us, and I used to sleep at her house every weekend for, like, I'm talking the first 7 years of my life.
Did y'all wear each other's clothes?
No, like, how old is she? She's 4 years older than me, so no, she was already, and she's mad tall, so no. But nah.
Not real
And
cousins.
then,
Y'all ain't wear each other's clothes. Shout out
nigga,
to-
she's not my only cousin. Like, I have siblings, like my older sister,
We
that
do
they
have
could.
siblings.
There's
Shout
a
out
lot
to all
of
my
us.
cousins in Trinidad that stole all my clothes when I came down there.
Yo.
And I had to explain that to my mother. We sent y'all barrels and y'all still took my Nietzsche jeans.
And Nietzsche is crazy.
All my jabos. Anyway, go on.
Pain.
Yeah, but I had the jabot with the pat. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, as I feel like for a lot of the time we didn't used to all be together until like recently. At least this most recent Thanksgiving, everybody was there, like all the aunts.
Smart. Why y'all wasn't together when y'all was younger like that? Like, y'all didn't do
Yeah,
family
but then
events?
my aunt moved to Florida when I was in like 4th grade. That was a long time ago.
True.
But even then, like during the summers, they used to send all the kids down to her house. So then all the cousins used to be together. And we talk about mad stuff that we used to play like hide and go seek in the dark because my aunt used to work at night. And my uncle, he used to work nights sometimes because he had a second job. Well, he used to be doing mad stuff, acting a fool. She had a pool.
Did he have a second family? Indeed.
Anyway, you know, niggas used to be having a time at Mata Fifi's house, yo. We used to be having mad fun. And even then, like, we didn't really...
He didn't have a second job.
We didn't need... No, he did. Because we used to see, you know, chill. You're getting crazy. But yeah, niggas used to have mad fun, and it was just cool for everybody to be in the States. But the thing is, like, everybody's like parents and stuff, and I'm like, damn, y'all really like responsible.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I just, you know.
No, I mean not right person. Right person.
No. I'm talking about. I do, but them niggas are expensive.
Okay.
I'm expensive on my own.
You know why I asked? Because you're a teacher and you deal with kids all the time.
Oh yeah,
So,
but my kids will be raised in my house. Them children.
After experiencing, because most people don't. I've never had a teacher experience before I had kids. Kids, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now we deal with kids. You now know what it's like to be like responsible for another human being, right? Mm-hmm. You know that, and you still want kids.
I do. And one of the kids was like, "Oh, Miss B, I bet you don't want no kids because us." I said, "Let's not get crazy, because my kid will not be raised at your house; it'll be raised at my house. It'll be very different." So,
Mom, dudes put pressure on you?
not really. She just be like, "All right, now, you know, you have a time frame where you got to get it done if you gonna do it." I'm like, "Yeah." But she was like, "Don't just gonna be doing it with anyone to have a kid." I'm like, "No, that was never the plan."
I mean, shit, you too old to be doing that at this point. That's that's one of those you just get out the way. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna
she
be
was like,
reckless
"Don't
about your
just
baby
be
daddy,
whatever because you want to have a." I was like, "I'm not pressed. I would like one, but I'm not pressed."
My mom is pressing me about settling down now. It took forever and a day. I didn't think she ever was, because she never was the type to pressure me about relationships and everything like that. And I had...
Now you already did the kids.
But I figured I had kids like relatively like later than most people do. And still, you know, she ain't really pressuring me about like now to feel like she's telling me like, I guess because she goes to Trinidad for half the year and stuff like that, she's wondering who's taking care of me and stuff like that. So, you know,
If you was in Trinidad, you'd probably been married a long time ago.
yes.
My mother tells me that. So she was like, if you was living in Haiti, you would have been married.
I'd be on my third family.
All right. Nigga said, would you look at that?
I seen a thing. I seen a skit. And it was like, yo, West Indian fathers when they moved to America. And the nigga was talking to his family. Yeah, I go send you barrel, you know. I go be here. I go be over, you know, for Christmas. And then he get off the phone, and then his girlfriend was like, "When you gonna take me to Trinidad? You're not gonna like it. I promise you." He's like, "My cousin does steal." I was like, yeah, I tried to tell her, so I'm not the only person who cousin steal. But yeah, everybody, yo, you know, that is a lived experience. I done seen like cousins have their fathers move to America and then have second families while still. I'm like, yo.
Nah, and it be like sometimes like the dad or uncle whatever will come up from Haiti, and then or they'll be like the Haitians that spend half the year here and half the year down there. You spend like a solid 6 months in Haiti. Like, hey, what you doing? But then you know all of a sudden, oh, how do you say this in English? The bonne? Is she like the servant or the maid? Now the maid is pregnant. Yeah. It's like, hold on, what you mean the maid is pregnant? And it be your daddy kid.
I had no
idea. I got
idea.
a cousin that way. Not like a close cousin, but it's like a cousin we met at a family reunion. Like I remember when I was a kid, my mom explained that to me. I was like, why they kind of push out the, like, you know what I mean? Like, why they don't treat her like she's a part of the family? And then
she's like, if you must know.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
That I've always felt bad for.
I mean, what's it called? They got the Haitian song, right? Petit Deo, right?
Oh yeah. First of all, the song is so beautiful and the vibes is hitting. And someone's like, "Oh my God, what's this about?" It's like illegitimate children. The song is about being an illegitimate child.
We are real people, us illegitimate children. We are real people.
Us.
You understand what I'm saying?
You.
I am an illegitimate child, and I am okay with that. You understand what I'm saying?
But you lived a good life.
I did not grow up with a lack of love. So shout out to all the illegitimate children that grew up with a lack of love. But it's just something that happened that is not your fault. You understand what I'm saying?
It's not your fault. You're not to be here.
Yeah, I always appreciated my parents because being with the circumstances that I was born into, I could have been raised as such. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I never felt unwanted by either parent. So shout out to them, man. It makes for
Shout
funny
out to
jokes.
my auntie Jackie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It makes for funny jokes at this
Absolutely.
point. Yes. Yeah. So
And it's always funny when people are like, "Oh, how many siblings do you have?" Like, which parent are we talking about here?
type shit.
And I was like, "Which one? Which one?"
Yeah, type shit. Yeah. So
I'm like, my mother got 4, my father has 7. So like,
how many
Yeah,
intersects?
that's becoming
3 of us have the same parents.
That's
Same
becoming
parents.
like
Are
the
y'all
norm now.
particularly closer?
Not necessarily. I mean, we are super close, but even like my father's firstborn was from a previous relationship, my mother's firstborn was a previous relationship, but all 5 of us were in the same house as children. So we are all tight.
We are family.
And it'd be funny because like one of my sisters would be like, "Oh yeah, you know, some people she got 2 moms." They'd be like, "Whoa," she's like, "I have a stepmother."
So the craziest thing to me is like my grandmother. She has kids like that, right? And like most of my cousins, we're all close. Like we're all, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing's illegitimate or anything like that, except for the most famous one. You know what I'm saying? What you call it? Shout out to Lil Nadi. He's actually like a really big soca singer. And that it trips me out. Like we're cool, you understand what I'm saying?
It's, "Oh, hey,
yeah.
what's
Like,
up?"
but we run into each other and we say, "What's up?" And then we have to, and then we walk past each other. You understand what I'm saying? People would never believe
They're like,
we
"Oh,
have
who
the
that? Oh,
same
that's my cousin."
grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? You're like, I remember I went to I was backstage at Marshall's like 40th anniversary at Barclays, and he was performing because he has a song with Marshall and stuff like that. And so like I was like, "What's going on?" And then we kept it. Mind you, I was with my nephew too, and he was like, "Wait a second, wasn't he at Granny's funeral?" Yes, we kind of have the same grandmother.
we just, you know,
we do.
we got some genetics that we share.
Yes, we do. You know,
But even then, like the way they were raised for a long time, like I didn't know that my sister had a different dad or my other sister had a different mom. Because I was
you didn't know your other sister had a different mom. Your mom accepted her like that.
Yeah, but she was living with my mom before I was born. So
True.
I've always known her to be there.
How that happen? How did you find out? Like, oh shit, like.
I feel like I overheard a conversation. I was like, "What?"
She's not cool with her mom?
No, she is. But her mom was in Haiti.
Ooh.
And so when my father was coming to the States, her mom was like, "Yo, take her with you so she could have a better life and go to school."
Mom, a real nigga.
Yeah, she knows her mom.
She knows. Oh man, hey man, listen, West Indian families are awesome, man. 'Cause they're everywhere. It's all over the place, man. That's why I don't judge people that get caught up in like the the Maury kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? People be fucking.
Nah, it be some stories though. Like when you really listen to like see
Son.
from your parents, I'd be like, really?
Yo, son, that should be fire. I think that'd be the best part about like doing what I do, because I can now ask questions, sensitive questions, without being offensive. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we did the episode with my mother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mother was actually very revealing. I found out things that I didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? You should do a part 2 on my mother.
Surprise.
Yeah. She definitely. I mean, you don't want to do. Why you never had your mother up here?
She doesn't come here often.
But she was here the last episode we did.
Yeah, in my house, bothering me, calling my
We're
phone,
gonna set up.
ringing
We're gonna
me
do the
down.
setup at your crib next time. Yeah, but
You gonna make her waste all her English?
all of it, every single
Come
word
on,
that she
man.
knows, just to give us the tea, the subjume of what's
You
going on. With
stupid.
our
Lemon
family.
season.
You stupid. The associate's nasty. That's what's it called? Cersei?
Yeah. It's that season, man. Yeah, A.D.D podcast, man. We're gonna be back. Yo, Breece, man. We gonna get in your business. We gonna talk about your podcast and stuff
We all
like that.
up
when we
in
come
your
back. Is that cool with you?
business.
Yo, of course.
All right, man. A.D.D podcast. We will be back. Just hang on.
Dangle, nestled in the chest hair. That's what my dad does. Mad cologne.
Your
with his
dad,
Yeah.
mind you. A.D.D podcast. We are back.
Yes.
Oh my God. They
we
just,
rolling?
yeah, PTSD in my mother's chest here. Nasty work.
Why are you out in my good sis?
Anyway, we have a very special guest. Can you let the people know who you are?
Nah, it's crazy because I was wondering what my intro was gonna come in at.
Oh, it always comes in part two.
Yeah, all right. So what's going on, y'all? It's Breece. What am I
Breece
supposed to tell 'em?
Lightning. I'm sorry, that's from Breece Hall. I'm sorry.
Nah, I've been getting that a lot actually. Like a lot of people like Breece Hall. I'm like, who is that? Like, cause I'm not gonna.
You don't
hold
watch
I don't-
football?
I watch football. Like, I mean, shout out to my boy Malik Fisher. He played for the Texans. Yeah, nah, I don't watch football like that. So people like Breece Hall. I'm like, who's that? And then for me, I peeped. I was like, all right.
Breece Lightning.
But yeah, nah, what they gotta know though? Like, what they want to know? It's a bad
Oh, well,
intro.
nah,
You probably
I
got
would
to
like
redo
to
it.
know. You do your own podcast.
That's a fact. All right,
Can
so,
you? What's so?
Yeah, so my podcast is called What's Cooking Podcast. So the whole idea of it is just like tapping in with the hottest like entrepreneurs, business professionals, content creators. We did artists in the beginning, but kind of shut that down. But yeah, so like that's the whole idea of what we was doing. I started because I seen like one of my friends, shout out to my guy Fetty, Prolific Fabric, one of the hottest streetwears in New York City. You definitely seen your favorite rapper wearing his sweatsuits in one of their music videos, or you feel me, whether it was Fabio, or not Fabio, but you know, people in Fabio's camp, K-Flock, definitely used to wear it a lot. Busy Banks, definitely used to wear it a lot. You know, a bunch of these rappers in New York. T.Dot Wu, RIP to him, you feel me? He was definitely a big supporter, but you know, there was definitely like a lot of drill rappers in New York that was wearing his brand, or still wear his brand, I should say. And I seen him do a podcast, and I was like, never really seen like a business person do a podcast. I always see podcasts are like either with a team, like somebody's own podcast, like y'all got your own team, I got mine, whatnot. Or yeah, I would see what you call it? Like the rappers. The rappers always on every podcast, of course, on the radar was its own thing. So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna start my own wave right there. So you know, we've been going for like 2-3 years now. And you know, we started off in New York City. People start flying in from out of state. I had a couple people overseas. Actually, time we filming this, I just had somebody come from Lebanon on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just tapped in with Maurice Philogene. He's also Haitian too.
Philogene.
Yeah, Philogene, yeah. But yeah, he's what do you call it? He's a big time like real estate guy, international real estate, whatnot. He got I think it's called Quattro Capital, multi-million-dollar company right there. So you know, we was working for sure, and we just gonna keep going from there. So by the time you watching this, I'll probably have more people of, you know, high stature that's on my show and whatnot. So yeah.
That's what we hoping, man. So I met you on shout out to Meeks Brooklyn Balance podcast. We did like 2 episodes together and stuff like that.
Yeah, cause the first one never got dropped.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, we had to redo it.
We had to redo it. Yeah, but I always thought like you were really smart, and I was like, and the idea was conceptualized. I would like to have you on my podcast, but I think it didn't reassert itself into my head until I followed you again on TikTok.
Right.
And when I seen you on TikTok, I was personally getting like a lot of good game from the guests that you were having and the questions that you were asking. You have I thought it was like a very serious podcast, and maybe I should listen to an entire episode. But from the clips and stuff like that, it seemed like really serious. And it was like Brooklyn kind of Earn Your Leisure kind of vibe I was getting from it. And like I said,
I give them credit. They blocked me, but I give them credit. You feel me?
Why they block you?
That was the motivation. That's definitely what I was
Why they
aiming
blocked
for.
you, man? I'm cool with Rashad.
Honestly,
man.
it's because I honestly feel like it's because I used to disagree with their post a lot.
Oh.
Cause like I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff that's like they have a lot of influencers in the business world, right? Where it's like a lot of these dudes who tell you like, oh, I'm a millionaire doing such and such, but they're not actually rich off of that. They're rich off of selling the course, selling the content, stuff like that. So, you know, it's a lot of people that come through, and it's like, no offense to them, you feel me, no shade or nothing, but it's like, me knowing what I know in certain industries, it's like, I feel like it's BS, you feel me? So it's like, I used to call people out, I'm just like, yo, that's wrong, like, I don't think, like, it was just an honest opinion. I didn't, you feel me, I was not disrespectful. I ain't curse nobody out, I ain't say nothing crazy. I just say, yeah, I don't think this person is legit, I don't, you feel me?
They're like, we tired of this nigga.
Yeah, like, it's like, you feel me? There's a lot of people that just go with the influence image, and it's like, congrats to them that they made their money, they made their, you know, they got their clout and stuff like that, but it's just like, for me, I ain't really like that. I was blunt, you feel me? I was honest, like, and it's, again, I wasn't being disrespectful now, I was just correcting people where they went wrong. You feel me? Like, people used to, like, talk about, like, for example, me, I was a trader, I mean, I still am. But I used to be like a full-time trader at one point. And it's like people used to talk about the markets, and I would just think they flat out wrong. Like I'm not over here telling people, like I wasn't trying to influence people into like going against the grain of what they saying, but it's just like I just thought they were wrong. Like I was just voicing my opinion. I'm like, I don't.
So
agree.
you got blocked for being an old uppity nigga, huh?
I got blocked, I guess. I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yo,
like,
who the fuck do you think you are coming up in here correcting me?
like, I don't know. I don't even think they blocked me. I feel like probably one of the guests probably got tight. Said, I don't like son right here. Like, nah, you got to block him.
He got to go.
Like,
Killing my
damn,
business. It's like, bro, I ain't even mean to do it. It's just like, you feel me? If you wrong, you wrong. Like, nobody's perfect. You feel me? If you wrong, you wrong. Like, I know people gonna look at it in a bad light, think, okay, that one time you was wrong destroys your whole image, your whole career, but you could bounce back from that, bro. Like,
so let me ask you, what got you like into that? Because I think I listen to you talk about your friends and things of that nature. A lot of them are entertainers. You know, a lot of them do music and stuff like that. You have chosen to go like the business route or the trading route and stuff like that. What got you into that?
all right, so it's a funny story. So I mean, I went to University of Scranton up in Pennsylvania. I studied finance and whatnot. So I got my degree in finance, Scranton.
Oh, okay.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, so like
Scranton?
Yeah, they always be like, the office.
That's a good school.
I mean, it's a good school. It's a good school, like, but it's just like socially, me as a man of color, it's like,
That's
I enjoyed my experience because it's like I'm somebody who don't live in regret. So it's like I take everything I learned. You feel me? I took some L's. I took some W's. I definitely took more W's, but you feel me? Like if I could have redone it again, I think I probably would have contemplated doing something else, or I probably would have transferred at least. But at the same time, I'm still grateful for everything I received, everything I learned, all the people I made, connections and all that. But for me, it was like, okay, it started there, right? And then I'm actually an accountant, so people don't know that about me because I don't really push it out there, but I'm an accountant. So, it just kind of went all into everything that I do, like from that to that. Like I said, I was a trader before, but I was a trader because that's when it was lit. You feel me? Everybody was joining like those MLMs and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I was in that for a little bit, you feel me? But I actually took it to new heights for myself, where it's like I kind of was a black sheep in like the group that I was in. So it's like,
how so?
Yeah,
I mean, we all talking about money. How the fuck do you become a black sheep talking about money?
Nah, cause that's the thing. It's like, again, I was in the network marketing stuff, so it's like all the people talk about recruit. All this motivational speaking, all this BS. I'm like, yo, like when we actually
let's get to the bag.
Yeah, like, cause it's like I understand. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I understand. Like, especially in this influencer era, yeah, it's easy for people to just manipulate people to come sign up to their business and join and be on their team and do all this pyramid scheme type of stuff. But it's like,
that's like
again, what money? You selling them a product, you selling them these dreams and stuff, but how are they gonna get that if you can't show them that, right? And it's like I used to talk my talk all the time, to where it's like people were tired of me. You feel me? People used to have group chats without me in it. People
so niggas been blocking you.
Yeah,
it wasn't just regulation.
If you're gonna put it that way, that's what it was. You feel me? So it's like that was going on, and then pillow talking was going on. Like people, and like I'm not even saying pillow talking like from a like it has to deal with girls, just in general. Like people would be like, nah, I don't really like this. Like don't hang around him. People like, oh, don't follow him on Instagram. Like I lost mad followers. Like that shit was funny. But I lost mad followers from the people outside because people obviously were annoyed at me posting shit. Cause I was bougie. I wasn't posting shit like, come join, you feel me? Let me recruit you and shit. I was posting more shit like, oh damn, I just woke up to like $1,000 in my sleep. Like, I would be doing corny. I ain't gonna front. I was doing corny shit. I would be like, oh man, I'd be on my bed with like a stack of money. Like, oh man,
real nigga, bro. How many niggas could be like, I was doing corny shit?
First of all, how you know the bills wasn't dirty? I'm here like,
I'm about to say, you about to break out.
Damn, bro. Like I was doing some wild shit. So it's like people are like, nah, you feel me? Like a lot of people, like even people that like that rock with me in real life, they was like. Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just I kind of got tired of seeing that shit. But keep doing your thing. I respect what you're doing.
They could have just muted you.
Those are good friends. Those are good friends.
But here's the thing. It's never like I approach people on that. It's just I would run into somebody like, oh shit, Slaps, I ain't see you in months. How you been? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, bro, I see you doing that Forex shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I unfollowed you. Fuck?
Pardon?
Like you could have just said you doing your thing and I keep it going. Like you didn't have to mention the I unfollowed you part. But I guess it's because people be keeping their own stats, so it's like if they know who unfollowed them,
No,
they
you know what
probably
it is?
thinking
I want to bring it up before you bring it up as a friend, or I don't want you to harbor anything.
No, that's
I don't want
what
you
I'm
to
saying.
think, I don't want you to harbor anything. I want to let you know nothing personal. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, facts.
You know, because again, it's like those people that would be on some shit where it's like, again, they follow all that stuff. They always know who unfollowed them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they assume the next person doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So they probably looking at me and thinking, because I mean, I'm not really like a smile type of guy. Like I don't be everywhere like, you know, cheery and whatnot. You feel me? I don't have RBF, but at the same time too, I know like I don't just walk into the room and I'm just happy. You feel me? Like I just walk in straight face. You feel me?
You the Haitian
Serious.
that don't smile in the pictures?
I'm not gonna lie. Yes,
that is me. That is me.
yeah. But
That
it's
is me.
like if that's the vibe it give off to where it's like I walk in a room and it's like I don't smile, so you think I don't fuck with you. That, you know, excuse my language, but that's what I guess that's the vibe I gave off to where people like, damn, he must know I don't follow them or some shit. But people snitch on themselves, so it's like that's what it was.
No, I would definitely be like, the first time we met, I'd be like, nah, I didn't think he fucked with me. It wasn't the second time you showed me love, and it was like, oh no, he's actually cool. You understand what I'm saying? But if we had just never seen each other after the first time, I'd have thought you didn't fuck with me.
But you ever seen that meme where it's like, well, it's like a video, it's like, or a skit, I guess, where it's like, well, it's not even a skit, it was real life. Like somebody was recording their friend, he looked lost. You was trying to find him, it's like, how I be in the function and shit. So basically, he's looking around like mean mugging.
Yeah.
So, and then as soon as he saw his
whole
friend,
face light up.
His face lit up. He started smiling and shit. I'm like, yo, that's really me.
Yeah.
You
But
feel
who
me?
in here? Who I know?
Oh,
What y'all niggas
so-
doing? What's-
all in here.
It's
Yeah.
like, what y'all drinking? Ew. Anyway.
Nah, so from that to now, everything started going left for everybody, and you know, all the people that was trying to be recruiters and shit, you know, they business started falling.
Post-pandemic.
All the people that, you know, like we're at the top of the pyramid start falling off. Everybody like coming left and right, trying to actually learn how to trade. I'm like, look at y'all motherfuckers. Everybody want to learn how to trade, right? So it's just like everybody's coming to me, so I start taxing people. You feel me? I'm like, if you want to learn from me, 500. You feel me? Like it's crazy because it's like the people that, you know, was cool and whatnot. I was like, yeah, you know, 100. Like my rate is $100. I'll teach you whatever. All right, cool. But like I said, the people I ain't really fuck with like that was coming, 500.
Are you still doing courses, like personal one-on-one courses and stuff like that?
I retired for that. It was too much work. It was too much time. I definitely did raise some demons, some young bulls right there that really do their own thing. Shout out to the prolific ones. Those guys, my guy Kimani, Jordan, Oscar. It's a lot of that team is deep.
Hey, nigga, I ain't never met a broke Oscar before, except for Oscar the Grouch.
I'm weak. But nah, they've been running it up. You know, they've been doing their thing. You know, a lot of great things have came out of that. A lot of good investments, a bunch of assets being bought and stuff like that. I see what they're doing, and I see what their students are doing. So it's like, you know, I definitely love to see it. Especially too, like it kind of tickles me in a way where it's like, you know, I come around them and whatnot, and it's like people will be like, oh, you one of his students too? I'm just like, oh, if only I do. Like, I'm the godfather. I be telling them, like, I'm the godfather of this
So
shit.
the OG, you know.
Like, I'm the OG. Like, people be like, what? Like, and then that's the thing too, because it's like, I had this nickname. So like, this was like when that Peppa Pig thing went viral about
She couldn't whistle?
the whistle, right? So this is when it was trending and whatnot, right? So Peppa Pig, right? So like, there's a term in Forex called pips, right? That's basically the count of like the movement in the market, basically, right? So I call myself Peppa Pips, and like a lot of people started using like that word pips behind their name and shit, so it'd be like Slaps Pips. You feel me? So that's kind of how you knew somebody was like a trader.
Sloppy
You feel me?
Pippins.
Yeah, Sloppy Pips, like something like that. You feel me?
Pippins.
So like for me, like I went with Peppa Pips because like it was catchy, and like when I said it as a little joke, but like my friends liked it, so I went with it. So it's like, you know, I'll be in like all these random telegrams, Discord. I changed my name. Everybody's like, yo, who the fuck is Peppa Pips? Yo, Peppa? Like, when people used to meet me, like, for the first time in person, like, from all these chats and shit, like, oh, shit, it's Peppa, yo, Peppa. Like, people referring me, they know my name, but
Not
they're referring
Peppa.
to me as Peppa. Feel me? So it's just like, somebody asked me, too. They was like, yo, I call you Peppa Pips? Cause I said, I make the charts sizzle like bacon, bro. Like, come on. So you feel me? I was going with it. I was going with it. So I was going with it to where it's like, again, like people didn't know me as Breece. Like people knew me as Peppa Pig. So it's like, you go into these Telegram Discord, you talk about Pepper Pips. It's like everybody know who that is, but it's like you say Breece, nobody know what you talk about. You feel me? So it got to that point, and then
Do you
like I
prefer it
said,
that way?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, I don't really go by that name anymore because I'm not like public with it. I feel like back in those days, I was moving on some revolutionary shit. Like I said, I was a black sheep, talking my shit, calling people out, exposing people who's like, you know, not really about what they talking about. But it's like I kind of, you know, like I said, I let my young ones do that, and they be on it. So
Carry on.
Let me ask you something. All right. So as far as that goes, I think this is our first show since we have a new but old president-elect, right? Since he's gotten into office, I think a lot of things like financially have been shaken.
trust me, I had fun the first time he was there. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want him to win. But when he won, I said,
I know what's about to happen.
you gotta turn your lemons into lemonade. I said, listen, at least
crypto,
I said, man, this is about to be the best time to get back.
Bitcoin just hit 100,000 and everything. It's
turn your
like
lemons into lemonade.
every time I go on Coinbase, I've made a little bit of money since he's become president-elect again.
Shit.
And so, but I want to ask you this: is this sustainable for the next 4 years?
I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you that.
Okay.
Like, no, I'm dead ass. Like, I legally can't say nothing like that.
as far as I can,
I will tell you though, when I was talking about that transfer fee, that's exactly what I was doing. I was taking my money out.
Oh,
Just because, like, it's
breaking the
Christmas
price.
time,
Yeah.
Because I looked, I said, hey, shit, I'm gonna take a little something. I gotta enjoy myself.
Yeah, enjoy a little bit of that earning.
I just came from work. I had a long week. Like, you feel me? Like, this is regular for me to come outside at this time. You feel me? Like, that's how late I be working and shit. So
Nah.
I had to enjoy myself. I said, man, fuck it, I work hard. You feel me? I'm gonna go shopping.
Might as well. Yeah, facts. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so that's kind of what that was. But for me, back to the story though. So it's like, you know, the trade shit happened, and then yeah, you know, the kind of stuff happened and whatnot. But then it's like I realized too. Like I said, it started from me seeing my friend do a podcast about his clothing brand, and this was like in the developing stages of his clothing brand. Like he was. I mean, he was. I'm gonna say he kind of was lit at the time, but he was as lit as he is now. You feel me? So it's like I seen that happen, and then of course, like I said, the business background, the finance background, all this stuff. So me start my own stuff, and then from there, it's like I didn't realize how much talent I had around me until I started the podcast. Like all the people that I had, like that had like businesses, like, you know, like they say, oh, support black businesses, support small businesses. I'm like, I ain't gonna front. Some of y'all businesses are not small. Like, don't minimize yourself, because y'all got a lot of talent. Y'all got a lot of grind, you feel me? From what y'all speak about on the podcast, from what the comments say, from the followers that y'all have been gaining from, you know, the Reels and the TikToks and all of that stuff. Don't downplay yourself and call yourself a small business, because a lot of y'all was really doing y'all thing, or still are doing y'all thing. So it's like, you know, it was truly like an honor and a blessing to say to myself, damn, I know so many talented people. Like, you feel me? I understand that everybody rich and famous and shit, but a lot of people are on their way there already. A lot of them are about to be on their way there. So that's kind of what, you know, motivated me to keep going. Because originally I was just like,
so what's the goals for yourself?
nervous, but
What's the goals for you? Do your goals to be rich and famous as well?
Nah, I mean, the goal in the beginning was to be, like you said earlier, like the Brooklyn Earn Your Leisure, basically. I'm gonna be real with you. Again, they blocked me, but I'll be real with you. That's what it was. But for me, I was just like, nah, we could take this like far. Like, I want to be able to like have my own name everywhere. Like, everything gotta be, you feel me, like WC. You feel me? Like, everything gotta be what's cooking everywhere you go. Like, you know, we gotta have our own merch. We gotta have our own pop-up shops. We gotta have our own festivals. Shout out to Coach Phillips, by the way. I just did a Black Excellence Winter Festival with her on Sunday. It was just on the news this morning. So, you know, Coach Phillips, she's been doing amazing things in the community. So definitely got to give her a shout out. I'm sure she probably going to see this and she going to ask Slaps, Slaps, when I come to the studio. But, yeah, like, you feel me? It's stuff like that I see that I'm just like, damn, I can't wait till it's my turn.
That inspires you and stuff.
Like, I have all these ideas for the community that I want to do. And it's like, I know I just got to keep working to get there. I mean, of course, money is one thing. It's like, yeah, I could do it. I could just put the money out there, but it's like, it don't mean much If you don't have that influence,
you
don't
can't
got
say that money shit
community
after you
behind
just said I woke up to $1,000.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
I'm
I'm trying to say is a lot of people buy their way into shit. You feel me? But they don't have like the influence. They don't have the power. They don't have like the
charisma.
Let me not even say power. They just don't have the community behind them, basically.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's like I want to get that first, because of course, like I said, like
You could buy your way into
I hate to be that. I don't want to like sound like corny or nothing on camera, but yeah, money's not an issue. But it's just like same time too. I need that community behind me. I need that, you feel me, support behind me.
Shit. Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on right now. Just really getting that outreach out there to really put my name everywhere. You feel me? So that's what it is, and I feel like that's kind of where my podcast that resonate with like my guests, because we all striving for our same goals, even if there might be slightly different. We all looking for the same thing. So it's like the same way somebody might be trying to get their brand in every store. I'm trying to get my name in every networking event, every business conference. I'm trying,
Be outside.
Yeah, I'm trying to have my own Invest Fest.
Oh, that's fine.
Like, that's really the goal.
Yeah, son, you do it at Rick Ross' house. I'm there.
It's crazy. Rick Ross is definitely one of the people I definitely want to like interview.
Yeah, facts.
There's a lot of people that people think just.
I got a
Master P for sure. People think they just rap, they just do this, they play.
Nah, it's a lot of plays being
It's a lot of
involved.
people that really know what they
Yeah.
talk about. That's really.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
World, so.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, man. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into some more of this pop culture, man. But let the people know how they can listen to your podcast when it drops and how they get in touch with you.
Yeah, so y'all can find me on what's it called? Y'all can find me on Spotify, Apple, Google. There's one called Podcast, so I didn't even know about it until I started my own thing. I just RSS feeds was just like reaching out, like sending
Everybody,
those generic emails to come sign up with their platform and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm available on most streaming platforms, but for the most part, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Google. I say those are the big four right there. Yeah, and then Instagram, TikTok is the same username. What's cooking _NYC COKIN _ because from New York. We gotta use some slang in there.
Nah, definitely, I'd advise y'all at the very least to, like I said, follow him. Them clips are real informative. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna start listening to the larger formats as I go along because, like I said, I've been getting a lot of good game from the clips, man. So
yeah, it's crazy because the clips are like, if you just want the game, the clips are it. But it's like, if you want to be entertained, if you want to, really be amazed and whatnot, watch the whole episode.
I shall. All right, man. A.D. podcast. We're gonna get into some tunes. Hopefully, a commercial. Somebody paid us. I'd like some money. I want some money. Do you want
some dollars?
Get some dollars.
Dollar bills.
Where them dollars at? Where them dollars? No, A.D. podcast. We'll be back. All right.
You is ratchet. Oh, you're very senior. We are all probably related. My grandfather has 24 children.
In the clear, real fan.
So I'm sure.
That's funny because it's just me and my sister. Her that I know of.
That you know.
I'm not gonna lie though, as I got older, I started really thinking about it. I'm like, I feel like my pops got a family outside.
Yeah,
in the clear, we all fan.
My grandfather has 24 kids and his father had like 40.
24 kids. What is going on? Oh no!
That man has a small village.
What is up with that?
Of all his children in Haiti.
Population.
That's why, anytime my mother be like, if you ever meet a Haitian man, you need to ask the right questions. I was like, oh.
That's what happens when I meet a Grenadian woman.
Mom be like, you need a last name and you need to figure out what part of the country they from. I'm like, okay. All right, girl. No problem.
Because in the clear... No, I'm sorry.
But we are fam.
Exactly. That's why I keep saying
in a real life.
In our real life. All right, yo. A.D. podcast, we are back. Yo, let me ask you something, right?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
How do you feel about shits and gigs now after the whole Andrew Shultz thing?
That really hurt my heart, son. I said, damn,
when you watched it,
niggas, come on. And
niggas,
if you
no matter what part of diaspora, they always gonna let you down.
But they're following diminished, son.
I have not seen any clips on TikTok.
I seen was it somebody went and did a case study like what their numbers were looking like before and what their numbers look like after, and they were like, you know, with a certain number of views on TikTok you can really make bread, but they were like views have dropped down to like thousands and not millions anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Are you familiar with
But I'm
Shits
like-
and Gigs?
No.
Okay,
It's two
Shits and
British dudes, and they just be chatting
react.
shit
They
all
have
day.
they react to like internet stuff.
But it's mad funny, and they just be
So what
chilling. It's like
happened
a good. They
What
went on
happened?
Andrew Shultz.
the Flagrant One podcast.
show.
Are you familiar?
So
Okay,
he's like a comedian,
He's a
but
comedian.
he's also like
he was introduced by Charlamagne the God. They do the Brilliant Idiots podcast together, and that's like one of the pioneer podcasts. Those are like one of the older podcasts. Before, I like to call the podcast that came out before we realized there was money in podcasting, the pioneer podcasting. So that'd be like Tax Season, the Combat Jack Show, The Read. Brilliant Idiots would be there. Joe Budden podcast is one of the pioneer podcasts, and so Andrew Shultz kind of got his clout from being with.
But he's
Charlamagne.
also known for being a comedian who's an absolute asshole and doesn't give a fuck for real about
racist.
anything.
He's a racist. He's
Yeah.
a fucking racist. And so what happened was they Shits and Gigs, huge following. I think she might have been the person to put me on. If not, she like made it like super famous in my head because I seen her like posting all the time, and they react to shit like fun. They find like the funniest shit online and react to it, and it's like these two black dudes with British accents, and so they did an American tour, and they stopped by with Andrew Shultz, and at first they had quite a little heat because they said they didn't see no baddies in Atlanta. That was like their first strike when they.
And I'm
came
like,
from-
I mean,
I
it's not
just-
your fault if you just feel like you didn't see. Maybe they just weren't at your show.
And so Andrew Schultz asked the right question. He was like, are y'all even, you know, it's like, do y'all date, you know what I'm saying, black women like that? You understand what I'm saying? And got their ass, you know what I'm saying? You seen by their reaction. And so what happened was then Andrew Schultz does what Andrew Schultz tends to do.
Drag
goes on
it.
a tirade about
So they
black
got
people. He
canceled.
thinks because he veils it as jokes, people don't really catch on to it, or he can get away with it, which he always does. You understand what I'm saying? So I think at first, nobody got on him because we understand this is his shtick, this is what he does. Like for me, like, I don't know, like there's a vibe check. Like I try not to punch down on people. I make jokes about everybody, but there's a thing about like being mean. And I've always felt like his jokes about black people in general
They're just
were
mean.
generally mean. Who's the dude that did like F is for Family? Like the I forgot the redhead comedian. He has a black wife.
Carrot Top?
No. He has like a black wife. I forgot his name. I remember he did like a whole set in Boston where he was getting booed, and then he just started attacking the crowd to the point where they started laughing. They had to laugh. But he does black jokes too because he has a black wife, and it never felt like it was from a mean place. And Cat Williams was the first
We
person.
gotta stop giving people them passes, bro. Like, I don't care if
Yo,
your best friend.
Cat Williams was the person that said that. Cat
You go
Williams
into
said, if you
PWI,
gotta
I
be,
heard stuff like that all the time, bro. Like, it shows used to be annoying. I used to have to check people for that.
boom. So that's what people were mad at them about. Like, you didn't check Andrew Schultz. And nobody was mad at Andrew Schultz because they was like, this is what he does.
This is that nigga. That's what
Cat
he's
Williams-
that person.
So Cat Williams says something that resonates with me. He was like, yo, if somebody tell you something's offensive and you can't work around that and still be funny, you're probably not that funny. You understand what I'm saying? And I was
Valid.
like, that actually makes sense. Then you're not in your element. Like, in order to be a good basketball player, you got to be able to break down different defenses. You understand what I'm saying? So it made sense to me. Then Kendrick's album drops where he was like,
yeah.
yo, don't never let a white comedian talk about black women. And we all assumed it was him talking about Andrew Schultz and
I
what
mean,
happened with Shits and Gigs. We
Who
assumed.
else? Know what I mean?
But he never mentioned any names. You understand what I'm saying? I heard one of the parts that he took out was about J. Cole, because if you actually listen to the album, there's like a gap in the beginning where somebody said, the rumor is he said, I made the born sinner beg for forgiveness. Talking about the apology.
Sheesh.
That's the rumor.
That's tough.
It's a hot line if you ask me. But
That is.
but in the same song he was talking about, don't. And so Andrew Schultz took that and ran with it, and then he went off on a whole tirade about like how are you going to talk about that when hip hop is based off disrespecting women? You understand what I'm saying? And then you come at me And then he goes on a 3-minute tirade about him sexually assaulting Kendrick. You understand what I'm saying? What it would be like if we was in prison together.
What?
You understand? And the shit was weird to me. It was really weird. A lot of people compared it to buck breaking. And this is my situation with it. Charlamagne is one of my heroes. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And I've seen him put himself in really awkward situations and walk himself out of it. Or if he does fuck up, he admits it. You understand what I'm saying? So I've always admired him for it. One of the fuck ups I think he's never, ever, ever fucking taken like ownership of is Andrew Shultz racism, direct racism. I've never seen him do that. And I'm trying to figure out at this point, where is the limit? Where do we have for him? Where he calls this dude out? Am I bugging for that? Out. Do I think like he has some sort of responsibility?
If anything, I feel like maybe he does have some sort of responsibility because he's the one who helped like really
prop him up into the masses.
Yes, and at the same time, it's like, will he listen? I mean, you can say, like, I did my part. You know, everybody's their own person to do whatever. But it's like, is he actually going to give a fuck? Or does he feel like, nah, nigga, this is how I built my platform. And it's, you know, it's working. I'm not going to stop doing it.
I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, you make a lot of people take accountability for the disrespect towards black women. I think he did a great job with the Kamala Harris, with the campaign and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? I think he brought it to task when he was like, yo, this is pandering. This is why people didn't like it. But this is why I'm rocking with you, because you've done this, this, and that. You understand what I'm saying? I think it was really objective. I think the only person I feel like he's not objective about is Shultz, because it's not the first time he's been offensive towards black people. You understand what I'm saying? And but for him to specifically sit there and attack black women, and then when somebody holds him responsible for it, you talk about what it would be like if I raped him.
That's insane.
It's weird as fuck to me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, why is Charlamagne always silent when he gets brought out? You understand what I'm saying? For that, it's a very weird dynamic, and I'm trying to figure out in my head, like, because I can't, like, Andrew Shultz just is who he is at this point, and I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to double down on us telling you we were offended, like, you crossed the line with this part, and to double down on it.
And now the nigga fucking double dutching on the fucking line. You don't give a fuck. You don't care.
Yeah, you can't. It's no double, yo, bro. And like I said, the situation is the shit just don't pass the, you know, like I said, you could tell when somebody's like, haha, keying with you, and when somebody's haha keying about you. You understand what I'm saying? And it feels very, very much like he's laughing at black people. You understand?
Isn't there a black man on the show?
And he just be laughing, and I'm like, yo, this shit, it don't feel cool. It don't feel good. You understand what I'm saying? None of these jokes feel good. It doesn't feel like in the club we all fam. It does not feel like we're all fam here. It feels like jokes that white men make about us when we are not around. It's just he has the audaciousness or the caucasity to do it on camera, because you want to play it off because I sold out Radio City Music Hall 3 straight days. That, all right, well, you understand that I'm a comedian at this point. It's weird to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't check you because you're a comedian. That's how I feel.
You be having secret agendas.
How do you?
It goes beyond that. It goes beyond just the comedy. Like, people have secret agendas with everything that they do.
How do we tell who's racist and who's not at this point in life itself? Because I seen a whole.
I don't know. They also about to show their ass anyway because of who the president is now. Them niggas feel safe.
That's the thing. I'd rather that. I was like, there's certain points where I do rather blatant, because I seen somebody. There's this big thing on TikTok right now, like about Cullen, Alabama, which was a historically sundown town, and a bunch of black people came out and said their experiences in Cullen, Alabama. Then all the white people gathered towards TikTok saying, I've never seen racism happen in our town. And it's like, well, what the fuck is racist then? What, like, are we, Racism
You
exists,
never
but
seen it because everybody leaves before the sun go down.
racism exists, but nobody's a racist. Apparently, I think everybody in America.
Like, I don't see color.
Everybody in America can admit to the fact that racism is a thing, but there's no racist. Nobody's a racist. That's what everybody's saying, and it's like, well, what the fuck? Where is this thing? Are we bugging? Like, are we making this shit up in our mind? You understand what I'm saying? As a country, because we all say, and white people admit that there's racism, but none of them are racist. None of them. Like,
math's not mathy.
I'm tired of pussy ass white people, bro. Just come out and say it, bro. You just don't like being around these niggas.
The problem is it start with us, because it's like, so listen, I've seen it firsthand, and I feel like damn, I forgot. It's this drink. I ain't gonna hold you. But George Floyd, there we go. The George Floyd situation kind of exposed that, because it's like, I'm seeing like black kids that, like, this is me coming from my college experience at the time, right? I'm seeing kids that like always wanted to, exclude themselves from like the other black kids, like, because that's the thing too, right? People always assume, every black person know each other, especially going to a PWI. Every white kid think you know every black kid on campus, because there's very few here anyways. So it's like, it'd be people that be like, oh, I don't know that nigga. Well, they ain't. That's even.
Wait a minute.
They don't even go to that extent to even be like, I don't know. Like, I don't know him. He just like, I'm just a black guy. He's just a nigga. If that makes sense. You see what I'm trying to say? And it's like, I don't know that nigga. Like, as like, but they trying to like really bring you down by calling you that. But it's just like, okay, cool. Like, you don't know me, fine. You don't want to associate yourself with me, fine. But then it's like, a George Floyd situation happened. Now you so pro-black. You calling out all these people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there was this one girl, I don't even remember, well, I don't even know who she was, but one girl got caught for wearing blackface. Like, and it's crazy because it didn't happen in the moment. It happened like, I think she did this shit in high school or whatever, but like somehow it got brought to the light. And I'm seeing all these black kids that used to be, all like
trying to fit in. Yeah,
like now they all, fuck that girl, she's racist, this, that. And matter of fact, it was this one girl, she was like, damn, I don't even want to like call people out their name, but she was such a meat mangler. That's the most like
meat
PG
mangler.
way I'm gonna put it. She was
Dick rider.
Yes, she was. That's exactly what she was. But like, that's how she was for white people. It was just like, she came out and she was like, oh, I thought you was my friend. I thought you was, official, this, that, and third. And it's just like, you over here doing blackface. Like, you never liked me. You hated me. Like, she was going on a rant trying to expose this girl. But I'm just like, yo, bro, like, if this whole like, well, look,
if this tragedy ain't happened,
it's unfortunate to say it that way, but if that tragedy didn't happen, you would have been in this girl's face. You would have been Rocco hat everywhere.
You would have been on her father's yacht.
You would have been meat mangling.
You would have been meat mangling. Like, you feel me? So it's just like, for her, it's just like, yeah, you could call her out, you could expose her, but it's like, don't let me come and expose you for what you was doing prior to all this.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it start with us, because it's like,
we gotta start calling them out.
You got girls like her that just let this shit slide.
Stop letting them rock.
I'm sure they done made mad jokes about, not even just black people, but I'm sure they made jokes about other nationalities. You just like, oh, well, or ethnicity.
They're not talking about me.
Say, but, they're not talking about me, so I'm not offended by it. But at the same time, too, even when they do make black jokes, it's like, oh, it's just a little black joke, nothing crazy. But now it's like, okay, now.
But then it's crazy.
It's crazy now.
It's crazy when you get caught with the
media and the whole world is upset about like racism and stuff. Now you want to act like you with the people, you down and whatnot, but then it's just like, you acting like you're not with us and stuff. Now all of a sudden, too, from personal experience, but also too from third person point of view, it's just like you've seen these kids start jumping into the BSUs on campus. You see them joining like these culture clubs on campus and stuff, but it's like, where were y'all at before that? Y'all was purposely distancing yourself because y'all didn't want to be another black kid on campus. Y'all wanted to pretend y'all was someone else that you're not.
Yeah, I was trying to assimilate into their culture.
You feel me? So it's just like, it starts with us, because if you got those people like that, I understand.
So let me ask something.
It's systemic in a way, because I understand. Like,
nah, obviously that's the thing. But you think we could make the change? We could make the change if it's something like that.
Of course, but it's like, if you're from West Bubble, Long Island, you're the only black kid in your whole neighborhood. You went to school where you're the only black kid for like maybe you know, because you know some of these schools go from K to high school. But even K to 8, it's like you was the only black kid. You know, you kind of got into the like other people's cultures and whatnot. It's like I understand like where you know you could drift away and
for a
start
lot of
thinking
my
you're one
life,
of
I
them.
was also the only black girl.
Were you?
Understandable, but like it's like you could see where it's like, okay, like I can understand why you took on other people's culture because it's like you feel me, you're the minority out, you want to fit in and stuff. You were young, you ignorant, you don't know better, you want to fit in and whatnot. But it's just like now that you're an adult, you can make your make your own choice.
More informed decisions.
Yeah, not even that, but your mind is more molded. It's like you still want to stick with that, but then how you being a hypocrite? Again,
Once that happens.
something like this happened, Trayvon Martin happened, or something
So
like that.
speaking
happened.
of being a hypocrite, do you still listen to Shits and Gigs?
No.
You cut them off
I'm
since that
kind of
happened?
sad about it. I'll
You
see
start
things
catching-
here and there show up on Instagram like,
You really stood on business. I'm proud of you, man.
but the thing is also like, most of your fan base is black women. I went to the live show. It was 99% black women in there were your
They don't
audience.
even date y'all.
And y'all sold out 2 nights. First, they only had 1, and it sold out for pre-sales. And then they had to get another night. I'm like, yo, your show was nothing but black girls. And that's what you do. Even if you felt like you could just have been like, nah, I can't agree with that. Like, nah, that's not my thing or whatever.
Nah, it's jokes. So if it was
No,
jokes
no,
like
I'm
that,
talking about like when he was like
When Andrew Shultz
saying
was
these
talking
things
about
about black women. He was like,
women.
no, but black women do this and that. They could be like, nah, that's not my opinion.
If
You
the-
didn't say
if
anything.
It was that, you were
just.
supposed to hit them back with what white women do. You understand what I'm saying? If it
I
was
also
that,
feel like it is maybe poor planning on whoever the manager or PR is. Like, you need to know where you're sending them, what shows they're going on, and what that show is like.
Right, yeah.
So it's like if you watch any episode, you know that he makes wild racist jokes all the time. So like.
So watch
Did
how
you go
racism
into that?
works. So when they did the apology, they did an apology and it was like, oh, they didn't know what was going on. It was fight or flight. The nigga Andrew Shultz revealed like, yo, y'all asked for us to edit out 2 parts that did not make the episode. Y'all left that part in. Fuck that fight or flight part. Y'all, you understand what I'm saying? Y'all accepted the jokes, y'all laughed at the jokes, and y'all ha kikied at the jokes. And that made me feel even worse about them niggas. So y'all had 2 parts out, but y'all thought that part was gonna rock. Come on, dog. Like, oh. And Andrew Schultz ain't shit once again because he revealed that. Like,
Yeah.
he looked.
He was like, actually,
the
motherfuckers.
niggas put the apology on the screen, had a good, hearty 20-minute laugh at these niggas' apology, and these niggas about to cry, and then proceeded to. I was like, yo, damn, that's fucked up, bro. He don't even like y'all niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what it is to have a nigga have to apologize about being on your show just for the nigga to react to the apology and then add some more spice to it? Like, Andrew Shultz ain't shit, bro. Yeah, bro. But like I said, bro, he's he ain't my issue. He ain't my problem. I can't. White people going white people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, they getting real bold, you know, because election day was Tuesday. Wednesday, I was leaving the gym in Mill Basin. And
How the fuck would you go there?
But it's not even like deep in Mill. It's like Avenue N
Mill
50 something.
Basin
As soon
where?
as you turn off Flatbush.
So you was still kind of like East.
Still Flatbush.
I used to live over there. I don't remember no gyms over there.
It was a private gym. It's been open for maybe 5 years now. But like, I'm
left, like,
on my way home and I see a pickup truck, one big dirty Trump flag
sign?
just waving in the back. I said,
What,
wow.
Confederate flag?
No, it was a
Trump
flag that
flag.
said Trump, like for
Trump
his
and
campaign.
Vance, yeah.
I was like, wow, that's what's up, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Niggas
what's
is
up.
outside.
Yeah, well,
Even I was talking to my brother. My brother lived in
Mill Basin.
Texas. I was like, you live in a red state? He said, I seen some things. I said,
We've
okay.
seen some things,
Yeah, I
man.
seen some things too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, as long, yeah,
When
bro.
Trump was running that first time, that rally was crazy in Pennsylvania.
It's terrifying.
Pennsylvania,
I
is a
was
thing.
shocked. No, it's crazy too, cause like
Pennsylvania's a swing state, no?
I know
Yeah.
the viewers probably could kill me, but I don't really like be into politics like that. You feel me? I mean, I look for what I look for,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't watch every CNN broadcast. I
Nigga,
don't
it's
watch-
like people. It's
a lot of people don't, but
when
they
people
gonna
talk about
crucify me
the
in the
economy,
comments anyways,
when people
right?
talk about the economy, don't nobody give a fuck about the economy. They give a fuck about
they
their
care when
pockets.
the election come around. Now it's like they pulling all these
Yeah.
policies out their ass that
Yeah,
they
yeah. You
seeing, but it's like me being.